Afternoon, Marco. First question for you then. Is there a chance that Palhinha leaves the club in the next 32 hours or so? And at this stage, are you drawing up any potential replacements for him?
Afternoon all. As you know, of course, interest from a club to João, but I will mention and I will answer in the same way. Of course, some players that we have some interest to bring for our football club. I will not make any comments about the situation of João. Nothing really new to say to you. Of course, he's a business part of the football club. The people that is taking care of that they are doing their job. I'm doing my job as well to work for the football club in anything that can happen in the next 36 hours, as you said. Yeah.
He's the player that you wouldn't want to lose, though, Marco.
You know, we made a fantastic season, and of course, you receive some offers from the players. As I said, the last few weeks to you, probably is the first time that this football club is receiving so many offers and big offers for some players. That means that what we did, the people are looking for and I think it's a consequence from our performance and what we did, the way you develop some players in this football club. And now it's up to us to decide, for the football club in financial point of view, to decide, to take decisions, and of course in technical point of view for me to decide if I receive the okay from the club.
Will it come down to money then, in terms of a figure for the club, in terms of where he goes or not?
Okay, you are talking about so many details. Okay, the timing, all that stuff. As you know, is not even for João. You have to talk about the individual circumstances from the player as well. There's many things involved. Let's see what is going to happen the next 36 hours, and of course you are going to get the update.
But with this potential scenario happening, are you looking at other potential replacements? The name that we're hearing is Youssouf Fofana. Monaco's Youssouf Fofana. Is he someone that maybe the club is talking to, someone that you like?
I will not mention players from the other clubs, and not make sense really. Of course, as you expect, for us to lose a player like João, or I can mention other players as well that they are really important for us. Of course, we should have a replacement to come and to be ready to help us, because we are talking about just 2 days of the market. You can see, and I said to you the last few weeks as well, we sold Mitrovic, and of course it's difficult to replace in the striker position. Some positions are really difficult as well, and of course you have to see. I'm doing my job, is to put the names on and to try to give solutions if the club decide to sell any player from our squad.
On that, getting a striker in before tomorrow's deadline at 11 o'clock, is that absolutely crucial for you? I know that a deal has been agreed for Campos, but is that going to happen? Do you feel like, have you heard from people above that's likely to happen?
Campos is not a striker.
Forward.
Okay. Campos is not a striker, and again, I will not mention players that they are from other clubs. Of course, we sold a number 9. As you know, it's not easy to go for the number 9 market in the last just with 10 days. What I can promise you, and not but more our fans, that we are going to sign players, or I'm going to decide to go for some players if I feel that they are good additions for us and they come to add something for our football club and for our squad, and they can be important for us in the future. Sign players just to sign to have more numbers, we are not going to. Even if you are really short in numbers right now, it's clear we need to. If no one leaves our football club, we have to add a left back, another midfielder, another forward player. That is clear. We need it to be, in terms of depth, to be more competitive as well, and to face a competition like Premier League.
Alex Iwobi is another name that we're hearing. Talks ongoing with him at the moment. Is that one that you feel like could be completed by tomorrow?
I don't know. I would like to say and to have news for you, because will be very good for me as well as a manager, and for our fans, because they know the reality as well. But right now And last time I was here was on Monday, I think, before the Tottenham match. Yes, was on Monday, and I mentioned to you about Timothy Castagne because I knew in that moment that was almost done, and I said, okay, it's almost done. He's in the building. The things can go. Right now, I cannot tell you the same about any player right now. Let's see what is going to happen the next hours.
Is Alex Iwobi a sort of player that you like, that profile of player that
You are talking about players and players and players. If you look for the past, was when I was in Everton, we signed Alex Iwobi. I think answers to you.
Okay. Harrison Reed is the last one I was going to ask you about. Suggestion that Wolves are in for him as well. Has there been a bid rejected for Harrison Reed?
We are trying to renew the contract with Harrison Reed. Is what I can say about Harrison Reed.
Okay. All right. And just finally then.
Just shows that is important player for us. Is of course, if not important, was not playing almost all the games since I joined the football club. Is really important player for me, for this club. From last season, we have been speaking to renew the contract with him.
Okay. So you've one that you definitely wouldn't want to lose, then, Harrison.
We can, if you want to go through all the squad, and because the numbers are so short, and you have so many important players for us that we have to add players and not to lose players right now.
And on the game then, the performance at Arsenal and the cup victory against Spurs in the week, they must have given your squad a lot of confidence, especially going into such a tough match against the champions this weekend.
Yes, we had the right reaction after the Brentford rain. It was a good feeling for all of them. As I said as well, of course, was not a good performance for ourselves. We know why we lost that game, but the reaction was from a group that wanted really to show something different, that wanted to react after all the circumstances that happened the game against Brentford. It was not just our performance that made us to lose the game the way we lost, much more things there. And really, we did it in a difficult circumstance against Arsenal. And of course, after in a different competition, when we have changed 6 players, I know that Tottenham did this even more, 9, but we have changed 6 players, show that everyone knows what we wanted to do, and we were a better team than Tottenham last Tuesday evening. That is clear for me. As I said after the match, the better team on the pitch went through in the competition. We deserve it. We did it in penalty shootout, but we deserve during the 97 minutes to do it. And of course, we are pleased for that. Now, when you have a week with Arsenal, and after with Tottenham in the middle, and after you go to play against City, and these 2 games, the Premier League games, they are both away from home. And you know what that represents for us. But we want to go. We want to embrace the challenge. It will be tough against the team that the last few seasons they are commanding, and they being the best team in Premier League, and of course will be a tough one for us.
And sorry, just lastly on João, was he in training today? Can you say that?
Yeah, it was with us. Yeah.
Marco, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Hi Marco, you said in one of those long answers about the transfer situation that you did feel that your side was short in numbers. When that transfer window closes, were there to be no incomings or outcomings, would you feel confident with the squad that you have that you could push something close to that 10th place finish you had last season?
That's our ambition and my ambition as a manager. I think more than speak, you have to show on the pitch, and of course, for us to show on a match day, you have to be able to have the numbers and the quality to fight for it. We have really quality inside, a core of players with the right ambition to do it as well. Just we need to create more competitiveness between them, and to add some important players to help everybody to be stronger in the future. Is what I want. Of course, after when the market finish, we can talk more about it and to go in that direction that you want me to speak. Right now, probably is early. I would like to have the things already settled and to go. Let's go for City, forget a little bit the market. But right now is impossible because we have so many things to still doing in the next 36 hours. Yeah.
You speak about the need for competition. Timothy Castagne coming in will definitely provide some of that. Will he be ready for the game against City?
Okay, he did train with the team. Needs time to adapt, of course. But as you know, you are talking about a player that was one of my targets from the first day when we start to prepare the season. A player that is going to to create that competition that I want for the players. Player that can do more than one position, can be really versatile for us, and more important than all these things that I spoke about, is a very good player. Very good player. He's a great addition for us. Great character as well. Good professional. Is everything what we need in our football club.
And could we get team news, please, ahead of that game against Manchester City? Will Willian be fit?
He's getting better. William is getting better. As you know, Sasha Lukic is going to be out again. Wasn't involved in the last game against Tottenham. He's going to lose City. Let's see if after the international break he's going to be back again. Tom Carney is out for the match too. Came out with a knee injury. Let's see how he's going to be. Doesn't look really serious, but we have to assess him tomorrow again, and we have to assess all the other players that they played. Some knocks, nothing really serious, but we have to assess them tomorrow to take decisions.
And if you cast your mind back to this game last season, it was a Haaland stoppage time goal that meant that you unfortunately didn't take anything from the game. So many positives in that. Does that give you confidence also going into this game off the back of two games which you mentioned have given you confidence already?
Yes, we are a confident group of players. We are, and you can show that on the pitch. We know what we are going to face, and I repeat again, the quality they have, I think, no doubts for everyone, and even they have been showing the way they have been competitive from the beginning of the season again, and all that stuff. They had some injuries as well, and even so, they are a top level side. But of course, we are confident that you can embrace the challenge. The most important thing for us, we have to enjoy this type of games. Of course, we have the only way to enjoy is enjoying, but working hard, because they are going to obligate us to do it. 100% sure. But at the same time, we are confident that you can do it. You can embrace, and we go there with the same approach that we did last season. In some moments, the game, they are going to obligate us to do things that we don't like. They are going to take the ball from ourselves. They do against all the teams in the world, the same situation. And of course, we have to show the organization that normally we do against this type of sides. But at the same time, we have to be ambitious as well to, when you have the ball, to try to punish them and to create dangerous moments around their box. Yeah.
And just finally, there's this sense amongst opposition fan bases to Manchester City that if you come up against them earlier in the season, maybe there's a higher chance of getting something from the game, because maybe from March onwards they seem to be on this steamroll where they're unstoppable. Do you think that's the case at all?
I don't look in this way. I prefer to analyze them as a team, and as I think they are going to do with us as well. And, until the moment even the market don't be closed, is always, this month is a little bit strange for everyone, and I think it's being a good example for our football club. I know that in 3-4 days time, and after come the international break as well, everything will be different, and the things goes in a different direction. But answer direct to you, of course, is the beginning of the season, but it's for both sides as well. What I can tell you that they have been showing again, the way they started the season, even with tough games, the way they have been winning, even with the same games that if they don't perform at their best level, they have been getting results, and I think they are again really strong. They will be really tough for us, but our players and we as a club, we like this type of challenge, and we are going there to embrace it. Yeah. Thank you.
Mike, do you have any questions?
Hi.
Yes, you were sort of saying there, what's it like being a manager at the moment, trying to prepare to play Manchester City on Saturday and not kind of knowing necessarily who's going to be in your squad?
It's part of our job. Of course, it's not the first time for me. Will not be the last, and these things happen. It's been a busy week for us in terms of games. That is good. We have been when you have Saturday, Tuesday, and Saturday game against top sides like we did last one. We are going to do the last one against City in a week that we knew, for the reasons that everyone that is in this room, they know as well, that is going to be a busy week for us, because we were late. We were late in terms of new additions and new players to come in. Probably didn't expect type of offers for our players again in the last week of the market, but even so, this season is going to be a busy week for this week is going to be a busy week for us because what everyone knows in this room. But I'm ready for that. It's not the first time. I would prefer to have everything more settled right now, but it's what it is, and it's not something that is going to make me to lose the focus in important things. That is prepare the game, of course, and at the same time to prepare and to take the best decisions for the club.
Is it frustrating as a manager to be identifying players, bringing them in, getting the best out of them, and then a club who just has more money is able to come and
But it's part of the business. It's my job too to get the best from the players, but to make them to develop as well, and of course, and after it's up to the club to take decisions in financial point of view. But my job is to get the club getting better every time, and to make our fans proud of us, of course, and to win football matches for the club. At the same time, to develop them collectively, but at the same time individual as well. And I said last March, April, May that this is going to happen. It's not new. It's going to be a consequence from what we did, and it's not new for me. I was prepared, of course, after if come the last 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever the market, is for the club to take some decisions.
Are Manchester City one of the best teams in the world, you think?
They are proving that. I don't have doubts. I can tell you that probably is the best one right now. The way they won the Champions League, everyone was talking about them. That was something that was the piece that was missing, and the way they did it last season was impressive. The way they started again, winning different European competition in the beginning of this season again against TV. Okay, shows their quality. The way they have been commanding Premier League is just the most difficult competition in the world, the most competitive one. I think the facts are there. It's not just an opinion. I think the facts, they are there, and they are really good with a top manager as well, and that's it.
I don't believe he's going to be on the touchline.
No, he's not going.
Because he's still recovering from
Yeah.
his back surgery. What kind of a difference do you think that will make?
I think no, he's not going to make. Of course, his presence is always important. The presence of the manager is always important. Nice that I'm going to be there. I didn't get a yellow card last game because I was in the stand. But it's true. It's always better when the manager is there. And Pep, there he can pass always because he's a really emotional guy as well, and he can pass for his team, for his players, the emotions that he's feeling that moment. But for sure, everything is under control from their technical staff, and the only thing not good is that at the end of the match I will not go to be with him to have a chat, and normally we have a very good chats and we have some good moments in the end of the matches. It's not going to happen. It will be in some months' time at Cottage.
Finally, for me, you sort of joked about the fact that you didn't get a yellow card the other night because you were in the stands, but you've spoken about maybe changing the way you act. Are you kind of having to contain your emotions, control your passion at the moment, and maybe are your players having to do the same, possibly, so that you make sure that...
No, all of us, we have to adjust and to adapt for the new guidelines. That is clear. But if you want to see something wrong, always you can find something wrong. Probably will not be the end. Will be another thing in the air or whatever. I don't know. But yes, I have to adjust some regarding the new guidelines. Let's see what is going to happen.
Thank you.
Any further broadcasts?
Question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of having Arsenal, Manchester City like back-to-back game weeks, to like the best teams in the league by far, what is that like for you as a manager in the preparation? Do you find like differences in the two teams? I know they're playing in a similar way. How do you differ in the preparation? Do you find one team harder than the other?
No, they are different. Of course, I cannot forget Tottenham in the middle as well, because the way they started the season was really, really good. The way they have been playing as well. Okay, some similarities between them. We face against Arsenal always fullbacks coming in to be another midfielder. Against Tottenham, sometimes they were the two fullbacks at the same time to come in. Against City, you know what we are going to face as well. Okay, different teams, different managers as well, but some things are there. The quality of their football, the quality of the players, the collective point of view, they are really, really strong. And of course, will be another tough challenge for us.
Just one last question. How, if you were to beat Manchester City this weekend, if you were to go to the Etihad, or even get a point, after kind of the turbulation that you've experienced and Fulham experienced over the last weeks, how big would it to be a draw away at Arsenal, a win at Fulham, and then maybe points at Manchester City? For you, how much would that mean?
It's always important when you get points, and we know what is our aim, and we know that we are here to fight for points. We want to play better. We want to improve certain things in the way you play as well. Let's see if we can do it, because we are doing our maximum to improve for the next match against City, even if it's a tough place to go and to do it. But we want to see always improvements for ourselves. If that improvements will make us to get points for us even better, and we are in a process. We are at the same time you are adapting new players for what we have to do as well, and of course this takes time. And if in all this period that we are already competing in Premier League, but for some players it's like a pre-season because they are arriving in a football club. At the same time you can get to results, will be a perfect scenario for us. Let's see what's going to happen.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.